Good evening, good people, and welcome to Game 1 of Group A for the Duck Derby. I am Saracen, joined in the booth by Chadbert. Chad, how you doing?
I'm doing great and really exciting for this opening day matchup. And I've been practicing it of the Gaia Mountain Underpass Grand Prix.
Yeah, the title's a tongue twister.
Took a few tries.
Yep. So, this week, our runners are going to be facing off in a 2 loose flag set that is wildly variable, I will say. So, we'll see how things go. We've had some very interesting things happen in practice runs. We've had some very jet seeds. We've had some very rude seeds. We'll see what happens. Any call-outs from your end on the flag set, Chad?
Yeah, just to say it's good harken back to the old times of main tournaments past, when we used to run a lot of two loose flag sets for that. So it's just bringing all of those things back with few modernizations with the new randomizer features that have been added over the years. Should be a fun one.
Yeah, I was a little bit mean in this flag set. I mean, I say this about every flag set. It's still duck friendly, but it's too loose without the no loose and incentivized flag, and there's no thief lock picking, and there's enough going on. Now, the flip side is, while there's no loose and incentivized dungeons turned off, there's enough junk in the pool that you can reasonably gamble whether the loose is required. So, we'll see. In terms of non-key item incentives, we have the Masa, the Vorpal, the Defense Sword, the Opal Bong Bracelet, the Power Gauntlet, and the Ribbon. So,
and arguably the tail.
I mean...
Arguably.
Looking at our party compositions across the board, everybody's taken the Thief. Thieves are good. They have Hurt Undead and plus 15 agility this flag set. Or this seed, rather. The Fighters have Clean Magic and Equip Shirt. The Black Belts have Equip Shield and plus 20 Vitality. The Red Mage has Legendary Swords and plus Fast. And our lone Black Mage on the stage basically doesn't have blurses. He's got Hurt Dragon and plus 10 Strength, alright? So, White Mages not appearing in this seed. Equip Bonk, Equip Helm, and plus 20 hit points. So, the White Mage, the Black Mage, they kind of got, nothing out of this deal. The Red Mage looks great, which is why we see so many Red Mages here. Yep. I'm intrigued by Thavian Hawk bringing a Black Belt and Freibarger bringing a Nun.
I love the variants. And so we're going to see a whole bunch of different strategies going in to finding ways to beat this seed as quickly as possible.
Yeah, so we should see the runners getting their start. Yeah, right here. Cool.
Right here. Let's see what we got.
Now, what I'm very curious about is from our runners who took Fighters, what did the Clean Magic actually roll? We had a Heal 3 in slot 4, and there's Fast at level 1, so that's half of the Red Mage bonus just gone. We also have no real kill magic.
Yep. And
our first sword with Matoya.
Yes, that's another thing that does make it more beginner-friendly, is hints are on, so every town, I believe every town, is going to have one person available that will give a hint.
Some hints are very reasonable, some hints are not. It's really great when you get the joke ones, about, buying silk bags to make the ship faster or something like that. But, the loose hints are super good when they happen.
So it looks like we had some cheap tents in the shop there. So 18 gold start. That's going to allow you to buy a whole stack of them to do some encounter manipulations if we have a rough encounter table.
The first encounter is pretty quick because it happens before you get to Toph, and we already see some runners just getting bodied.
Yep. Imps with fire.
Yeah,
thankfully,
that's
it's
enough.
Fire 1. Yep.
I have not yet turned on that improved fire ice lit flag yet in any flag set to my knowledge. I'm forgetful though, so
All right, looks like our runners are running into some issues getting through this encounter table.
I gotta say, I am in the camp of maybe we take some steps to adapt. Oh, there's the power bonk loose.
One of the two loose items is already found. And
So
let me check my notes here. It does say that we have chaotic loose placement with late loose preferences.
So the later loose is when they get placed within the algorithm, which means that it can and sometimes doesn't actually do anything for you. Like it's a very questionable thing as to whether it's actually going to help you. Now, Odran appears to be using fast and the power bonk to get that fighter to smash Garland with that small dagger. I like it.
That is an excellent strategy at this point in time.
The adamant from the king and the slab from Sarah. We can turn in the adamant, but I think we go to Provoca and get magic.
I agree. We don't have any good magic right now to deal actual damage. We can heal everybody, but that's it.
We cannot heal everybody because heal 3 is in slot 4, so it's promotion locked for all these red mages.
I usually run a white mage now with the white mage harm all flag, which is on it for this. But nobody took one, so you are correct.
Now, Freiberger already... Oh, he is going to revive that red mage that fell over, so that's good. That's helpful. Yeah, these tents, these heal potions, very cheap. It's nice. With the encounter table the way that it is, there's actually a case for an overworld grind if it came down to it.
Yep. And for all of you new runners watching this, you can see what Odran's doing here with the encounter manipulation, just getting a quick counter, soft reset, getting a quick counter, soft reset, and then taking that longer run and going all the way over to Provoca. Still not great. And I see that we have... oh, man. We have unrunnable ponies.
Yeah, there's 8%, I think, unrunnable formations in this flag set. Yep, 8%, which is 1/3 less than vanilla.
Shadow Mr. T going to get some gold, and Matoya's instead pulls out a ribbon +2 non-incentivized ribbon. And we know that it's not the incentivized one because the incentivized one will play the jingle, which will show a noticeable pause on the dialogue box.
Indeed. I just saw an ogre cast Brack.
Oh, it's going to be a fun one today.
Oh, we're starting great. We got Quake, Rub, and Temper at level 2. So Fast and Temper we have for days. But we still have 0 sweepers besides Cake.
Yep, and Cake will do great on these pirates. And a few earth enemies and a few other things, but not a whole lot. We have Canoe on Bicky.
Oh, that is dangerous news this early, because when I see a Canoe this early, it tells me that the seed wants me to go right.
Yep.
We have the Adamant, though. The Adamant could very well pull people left through all the encounters of this overworld. Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, we could go right, but also with this flag set, we only have the standard extended open flag on. So we do not have free access to the southern part of the thing without the canoe. So we very well could be pulling people towards Marsh, which is also incentivized.
That's true. This is such a dangerous seed and such a dangerous play from Odran here.
Yep, he's heading towards Ice, Volcano, and or Crescent Lake.
I'm passively okay. Oh, I'm passively okay with Crescent Lake, but I am not okay with this.
This is a bold move.
Bold indeed. Now, Odron is not inexperienced when it comes to this sort of thing. I've seen a lot of practice from Odron. Now, the question from Burt Reynolds, does he have warp? Nope, we have not yet seen warp.
Yep, the innate magic flag was on, but we did not get anything like that. We got plus fast, and the fighter has clean magic.
One of our trackers, Goats Pirate, calling out that life was level 2 as well. I didn't look at the white magic at all, so...
But that does mean that it was a good idea to take the red mages today.
Yeah.
Because they have fast, temper, and life. That's the quintessential things you need.
Oh, we had a vendor item bottle as well.
Crystal in Crescent Lake.
And the key was floor 4 of what? I missed.
Earth, I think.
Oh, okay, so that...
So
the
Fry
Earth
has...
incentive... Oh, go ahead.
Okay, you go ahead. Is that the Earth Incentive chest then?
Most likely, because it is random post rod, so it's only 4th floor.
Okay. Yes, so incentive chests for those that are not aware. So we have incentivized locations where the incentive item pool items are placed, and these are usually the locations in the vanilla game where key items were put. So the NPCs and the various chests in the different dungeons and places across the world that had key items in them, and this allows us to do a little bit of speed up in the game and make it a bit more standardized on how long it takes to finish a seed. With a couple of exceptions being there's the new Cardia check, so one of the Cardia islands has incentive chests.
Yes. Odron reaching bad news in the form of an unrunnable Frosty.
That is definitely bad news.
We are fasting. We are missing. Oh, we got 33 damage out of that fighter this time. Yeah, this is real dangerous here on Fry's side. We got a light axe +1 out of the dwarf free chests, which is very reasonable for the fighters. Shadow Mr. T freeing the Hooray Dwarf and getting the ruby from the adamant turn-in, so not immediately useful.
But does give us a key item later on, so we'll have access to Sarda once we can get off of this inner continent.
So Freibarger and Thavian Hawk, both in the Marsh play camp. Shadow Mr. T
is a bit lost, but is working his way towards that.
Okay, Odron managed to take out that Frosty.
If he can get out of this dungeon, then he will get a good bit of experience out of that.
Yeah, I mean, it was focused on 2 as well, which is good.
Zeus Gauntlet, that's good.
Zeus Gauntlet is significant. That is his first damaging AoE. Thavian Hawk did pull the harm 3 on both of the red mages, and that is doing work in this marsh.
That is a good call for the Marsh Cave if you're planning on going there. Doesn't work on all the enemies there with the red mage, but it will work on a significant number of them.
Unrunnable nightmares for Odron.
Oh, that's bad. Oh, they have squint.
Oh boy. Classic Gamer, the answer is the thief got buffed up with fast and temper and just swung until it got there. The nightmare is indeed a very significant problem.
Yeah, this would be enough for me at this level to nope out.
Yep.
And come back later.
Davian finding out that there is nothing in Marsh Top. But there's a floater in Marsh.
Floater?
Yeah. We are ready to get airborne.
All right, 3 of our runners are in marsh while Odron's trying to make it through this ice.
All right, so Freibarger just got a Pro Cape +4.
That is excellent armor for right now, and it's also still useful late in the game for mages.
Yeah, it's like 12 absorb. Real good. And Freibarger almost out of here. So here's a question for you, Chad. Say you're in Freibarger's position right now. Do you stop an elf to do the magic shopping?
If the amount of magic... Okay, yeah, with that much money, yes. I would go ahead and do that. We have Fire 3, Zap, and Saber, which are all excellent, especially with the red mages that have the legendary swords. Saber is incredibly useful.
Okay, Odron making the call to bail on ice. Super good. That was an unlearnable Cure 4 for all of our runners. It's an unlearnable exit, but Fade level 4 is real good.
Yep.
Watch Nuke also be level 4.
And then you gotta reset and go,
I don't think you do that. Oh, the
Lid 3.
Warp. Warp is
and
good.
Lid 3.
I wouldn't bother with the Lid 3 because we've got the Fade at that level. But the Warp is super good. Did he skip the Hint Giver?
I think so. I am honestly not well versed in the Hint Giver stuff, so I don't know exactly where all of them are. I know where some of them are, not all of them.
Yeah, the most annoying one is the on-rack one.
Well, on-rack's annoying in every respect.
Yeah.
It's annoying to get to, it's annoying to stay at the end, it's annoying to get into the dungeon.
Okay, so confirmed it is Earth 4 for the key. So that could be the incentive. It could technically be a loose. One of the seeds that I raced in this week as we were getting the ducks ready for everything was incentive key and incentive canal in side-by-side chests on Sky 3. It was very rude.
That is gross.
One of those was loose. Who knows which? Now,
yes.
All right, here's the jerk part of me, is I also had several random incentive locations in addition to the loose. So that's on me. That's me being who I am. But
well, they're not fully randomized. Ordeals is fully randomized, but you're going to open up every chest there anyways, usually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean it's post-rod in Earth, it's humorous locked in sea because mermaid prison is turned on, and then random sky. So like over half the boxes of sky and over half the boxes in sea, and then there's 8 chests in Earth. Okay.
I think that's reasonably limited since we're probably going to be opening those for loose items anyways.
So having found one of the loose, I could see several runners considering the possibility of just going after incentive chests. There are several that we do actually know about, like the Cardia chest, the robot, Sarda. Those are easy to get, relatively speaking. I wouldn't go to Onrack without the Oxyale, but,
And Blinky, you miss it. Freiberger has at Sarda and got a Vorpal +3 out of there.
That's a very reasonable weapon that he should be equipping on a red mage.
Yes, I agree. That's actually a usable sword. I will call it a sword today.
Yes.
The Avian Hawk appears to be the second runner on stream to be in the air and immediately hits up Crescent Lake.
Getting a slab translation from Freibarger.
And Odron's now retracing the steps of the others and going through marsh. relatively cheap houses here at 563 gold. Like that,
Yeah, that's 1970s market.
you can actually afford a few.
Yeah. Get the whole subdivision.
Alright. I missed the level 6 white magic. We have Locke as the first slot black magic in level 6. See if I can bring up my handy dandy chart. Got it memorized through the first 5 for red mages.
Magic doesn't exist for red mages above level 5. That's
For the
just
most
how
part,
it
it
is.
doesn't. For the most part,
Yeah.
it doesn't.
Alright. So Freibarger heading in to get the Cardia incentive, and probably all the other chests in here too.
Slot 1, level 6 is learnable, so they will have access to Locke after promotion.
There was a katana. There was 2 katanas and an opal Cheerio in there. Okay, now I'm concerned about the loose because we have found several pieces of gear in our incentive locations. Now I'm a little scared because the amount of gear was in there to sort of throw off the balance, and at this point we have found half of it.
We get a crown out of the bottle turn in, so we get some fetch quest for the fetch quest, from the fetch quest, rather.
Mmm. Delicious.
Shadow looks like he's on his way to to get the floater, or to get the airship from the floater. These worms have trance
Oh no!
and X-Fer. And
That
Mute.
X-Fer actually matters on the trance because I have trance's status element turned on for everything.
Yep. And Squint. Oh, this is looking really bad now. And Rub.
Please escape.
Do not mess with these birds.
He lives.
Needs to go visit it in to get some life charges.
Oh, that's just gross. Flies past Matoya in this journey. I would have hoped to have seen the crystal turn in.
Well, he knows that would have turned out, but we saw the hint for that. That was... I do not remember what that was.
It was the defense sword. That's right.
Ah, yes. That is worth picking up, because that will give you the ability to cast ruse on the person that's holding the sword. And which will give 2 stacks of evasion in any fight. And would be helpful really right now for Astos, for example.
No, Astos had mute.
Oh, never mind then.
You cannot use items while muted, if you did not know.
Nor potions. You just
Yeah.
cannot use anything that requires saying anything or drinking anything.
Now, the best part about this is we've got the... Oh, that was a lit 2. That's a reset for Thavian Hawk. Oof. The red mage is sitting there with the Vorpal swinging away, and unfortunately, could not hit the broadside of an Astos.
Which brings us up to our scaling for this race. We've got a fairly standard lighter side of the scaling going on for this flag set. So we have the HP as well as the stats for all the enemies are between 70% and 150%, which median is going to be around 102% based on the randomizer site. So usually things will be near-ish to their vanilla, but sometimes you'll get things like this Astos that roll way up and are way harder than you expect. So you just have to be able to think about how you can counter that kind of thing. And sometimes it could just be go away and come back in 10 minutes.
The answer is check Matoya's for that ribbon. Now, the other thing to keep in mind with Astos is that his base stats are pretty evasive in the first place. So, ooh, there's an X-Cal plus 5.
I missed an X-Cal plus 5. That's a weapon. And so, anybody that
Slap
brought
that
a
on
fighter,
a red mage.
Yeah.
Oh, red mage, man. We've got red mages for days.
Yeah, so this one, yep, there it is, very first chest. And that is not incentivized. The X-Cal is not incentivized in this flag set, so doesn't count as one of those items from the incentive pool. But when an X-Cal rolls up, especially up towards plus 5, it's a really strong weapon. And it adds elemental bonus damage to every enemy except Chaos.
Loot from Chaos. That is pretty much blessed news. Better than anything you could have otherwise hoped for.
Classic gamers in chat rooting for Chaos here.
Yeah.
Loose loot hopes are dashed.
Shadow Mr. T is remembering to equip the X-Cal over onto one of those red mages, as is Thavian Hawk. These red mages are swinging real swords, and the lack of fighter for Thavian and Freibarger is kind of funny for that.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
we saw Thavian Hawk juggling his items there, and what he was doing was deciding who should get the defense sword, and then putting it in slot 1, so it's the quickest item to use in the item magic menu.
I did not see what we got from the slab turn-in. Oh, it was the cube. Okay. Very good.
So, people in chat are causing commentators blessings, I guess, in this case. Alright, we have a lot of divergence right now. We have Odron going to Sarda to pick up their... What was there? That Vorpal, yep. Plus 3.
Now, Odron has to, retrace some steps that other runners have already gone through at this point.
Alright, the Oasis shop does not have our incentive item today. We are still on the lookout for the item that is for sale in one of the shops.
I thought that was the bottle was for sale at Crescent Lake, 4K gold. It's in our notes. Who looks at tracker notes, right? Shout out to our trackers.
Yes. Yes. Our tracking today is by Goats Pirate and Captain Nerd 2.
We just got a hint. We just got a hint for the tail in Sea Shrine, by the way.
Okay. That's another one of those dungeons that the incentive item's in a series of chests, so we don't yet know if that is going to be the incentive item there, but likely is. Thavian Hawk is in Volcano and is opening all the boxes there. The Volcano is a great dense dungeon for item checks, so if you're still looking for loose, it is a great place to do a bunch of checks.
That Arhydra had Zap, dude.
Oh my goodness.
Arhydras also show up in Sky, which is why I call that out.
You do say that, but Thavian Hawk is now down to 2-man party, which is the best 2-man party you can get if you're running a black belt strategy, which is black belt red mage. So, if the Agama tile has a very good solo grind enemy on it, this will be actually fantastic. And speaking of, Shadow Mr. T has found sandwiches.
Delicious, delicious sandwiches. Sure is swinging a lot of swords at these sandwiches. I'm gonna guess we're not yet level 10 to have the 4th level magic slots.
Well, he'll get there very quick. Yep, there you go. Problem solved.
Yeah, except for the part where he only has one house.
Yeah.
But this is good party levels.
Very good party levels. Oh, loose herb in volcano.
Ooh, okay.
So Davian Hawk has found both loose items and can now choose to not open another box. That is not an incentive chest.
So that's scary, right? Like, we'll see if it matters, right? But it's always scary when you find the loose in that sort of spot and the other runners aren't there yet and they're still checking boxes.
7 and 11 HP. Heal. Oh my god.
Only need one to win.
Yep, I agree with this. Heal the red mage first.
Yes.
The X-Cal +5.
Ooh. Oh
no.
Wait. These are not the ones with Brack.
Freiberger found a Masamune +5 as well as a Dragon +5 sword.
Oh, those sad katana -3s. I couldn't tell initially if they were minus or plus. Whew.
Yeah, but you get a Masa +5. Masa +5 and X-Cal +5. You're fine. They'll be fine.
So the eye was spotted, and Thavian just doesn't have the resources.
Yep.
That's so sad. Is he gonna walk it all out backwards? He's...
Oh.
That's not the tile you want, my dude. Oh
Nope.
no.
It's so that's the, if I believe it's the red dragon tile, and I'm pretty sure that one's only available there at the incentive box.
Sure is.
And that is very unfortunate. But I'm pretty sure that, yes, Davian Hawk is the first on stream to have found this second loose item. Already down to 2-man. If he can get through, carry, or walk it out, go get your heal items, come back, beat carry. Actually, like this, walk it out. Come back to beat carry and grind.
Yeah, I understand and agree. Interesting. Choosing to life up the party members just to have the extra running bodies, even though they're all going to be at 1 hit point.
Yeah.
I understand. This is...
I like doing that with the thief. I don't know about the other red mage, but...
Extra bodies are extra bodies.
Yep.
Now, I do have questions about the route that he just took through that floor, because that was just enough extra walking tiles to be scary. Okay, he's out.
Out and saved. Go buy those heal potions and come back and grind.
Yes.
You will be set.
He's going to turn in the herb first. This makes sense. I'm on board.
I didn't check the flag set for how the experience scaling is set.
We get the rod from the herb, so that loose is required. The experience scaling is 2.5 plus 100.
Okay.
So very standard.
Yep. It goes up with incentive items.
Yep, 10%.
Okay. So yeah, so getting a couple more key items can also be a good call here, just to shorten the grind time. Flip side, if you grind now, you'll be done. You don't have to take any more fights other than the unrunnables, and you could just fly through the rest of the sea.
Yeah, it is definitely time for Thavian Hawk to put on the jets. Classic Gamer, I'm 100% with you because that is in one of the more out-of-the-way chests in the routing. I think a lot of runners could very easily miss that chest.
Yep, that's... If I'm skipping Chest and Volcano, that's definitely one of the rooms I would skip. Because if I
Now,
remember right, it was the top... It was the middle right on the Agma floor.
yeah, so due north of Agama, but due south of stairs.
And that's absolutely a room I skip.
I am more willing to skip the hairpins than I am to skip that room. But, yeah. Now, alright. Thavian just took out Astos. Is Thavian going to run other things first and get an experience boost and go back right away? Or are we in the comms booth going to be screaming? Ordeals had the ship.
That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate.
Oh,
That's a long time to put into that and to not get anything out of it.
Yeah. So we also don't have the canal. TNT turning into the Oxyale.
Okay. I would say Thavian, okay. You have the Broad, you could do Earth, that's relatively low-level safe. Oh, Thavian, you have the eye tile, you go back. Anyways, you don't need to check these.
I think the thought process there was if there is a passable tile here, it's better than trying to do something with an off tile. And I disagree.
I understand, yeah.
Don't waste time looking for a worse grind.
Yep.
But you know what? Yeah, you have to go back to Volcano. You have to go back to that area of Volcano. Like, it's not even that far away from where you had to go.
Yep.
But I understand the idea.
Let's just hope that Thavian Huck does not memory hole the fact that he did not beat Carrie. Because that's a big danger when you walk out of a dungeon that you've opened everything in. You might just put that in your mind, I beat it. And therefore... Alright, good point. Freiburger's coming up to the point in Volcano, and he is skipping chests. Nope. Sorry, I was not skipping chest. Yep, he's gonna
get it. Okay.
Yep, that's a linked chest. The one on the right is linked to
one of the
chests
on
the
top
upper.
left. Yeah.
Yep.
Now,
check this tile. Yep, not runnable.
My question of Thavian Hawk at this point is, so he knows where the key is because of hints, theoretically. He did get the loot. He did fight Astos for that, but like, what's the point where the jets turn on, right? Like, we know that black belts that level fast are the ones that win seeds.
Yep.
The longer you wait on the grind, the worse the seed is for you.
Yeah, basically you want to be somewhere around the level of minutes you are in the game at some point. So basically you want to have done your ground before a 45-minute mark.
Yeah, and the earlier the better, just there's fewer things to stand in your way when you have a 42 black belt.
Yep. It does make sense that down two of the members here in Earth get a couple of things. But right after that, I would be going straight to Volcano and grinding. Freiberger has found the eye.
So Ravioli, I think that the thief dying to the poison tick was intentional. That's my supposition here.
Oh, new information. The eye has fire too.
That is
eye has-
unfortunate. Yeah, so Fabian Hawk is actually trying to kill off 2 members of the party here to get back to that red mage black belt setup. So,
yep,
and is down the other red mage. So the good red mage and the black belt are upright currently.
is able to run away from the birds. Oh, Ice has the canal.
Oh, well,
That is extreme bummer there. So Ordeals and Ice, the 2 optional dungeons, are completely not necessary today.
It was kind of funny. Fabian Hawk was jiggling around through the magic menu and then was like, wait a minute, I have an XCal plus 5. Hacha!
XCal plus 5 will do a big giant number on Lich.
It did over 500.
Yep, big giant number. 500 from a red mage? Yeah, that's a big number.
Hey Fabian, where are you going? Yes,
Right.
this is the way.
Save. Okay, good. We're good.
Ooh.
Right.
Okay, so Freiberger about to get the good news about the rod from Elf Prince. Ooh, for Shadow Mr. T, it is the harmonica tonight. Get a couple blues chords out.
Yeah, Shadow Mr. T's running with a couple of optional flags of basically meme names for the enemies, as well as alternate item names for the loot, and I'm pretty sure he runs it with the ruby as well.
Yeah. Sure
I think he has a cola.
Yep. Alright, so Freiberger getting both the Oxyale and the Rod, so is in a much better position for this seed. Knows from the hint that the key is in Earth, if he checked the hints. I can't remember how many of these runners check the hints.
It's hard to keep track of 4 runners at the same time. So. Alright. So, yes, we have 2 runners with 1 orb lit each. 2 runners are still working on getting there first. Where's Shadow Mr. T? Is he in ice? Oh no.
Yeah, these things happen.
They do. And if you're doing 2 loose, it makes sense to prioritize all the incentive locations. So
Yep.
this play makes perfect sense. You have warp, you have all the spells you need to get through ice quickly. It's just unfortunate that it is entirely a dud. Alright, Thavian Huck is almost to the eye tile again. He has decided that's going to be his grind. We're going to see how bad the script is. Hopefully it's just the Fire 2 and nothing else is bad.
Even if it is just the Fire 2, like, the Black Belt's already in a position where he can almost one-shot the eye. And as long as the Red Mage is up, now that it's level 21, almost certainly. Yep. There it goes. So
at this point, I would put the Red Mage at the top. Not that it's going to matter.
Yeah. It always feels so scary and so sketchy. If you find the grind, Herbie B, you go to 42 because 32, there's still time for things to go badly.
Oh, he's doing it. Doing exactly that. And is doing a smart thing of going to the other encounter right beside it. to do the deed of beating down that red mage.
He needs to use his wait command, because these are unrunnable.
Yeah. You get it down to one enemy or two enemies. Wait. Till the red mage
Oh,
is low.
he didn't unequip the... What? Where are you going? Oh.
This is good, too. This is another way you can do it.
Also good, yes.
So this will bring down the HP of the whole party, and then he can just heal up the black belt, and then go right back to it.
This is the part that I was thinking he was going to handle a second ago, is the taking off of the ribbon and the pro cape. Alright. We're getting Canaria locked from Freiburger, and that is the chime. That is go mode for Freiburger here.
It is. Yes, it is go mode.
And
Will
two
he
orbs.
decide to dig out the tail? So he's go mode, but he's not able to remote.
That's a tough question. So the thief doesn't have a weapon. Do you want to rely on your red mages to actually be your melee carry?
It's not the best idea. It can be done.
Now here's the real question. Does he go to Waterfall? Because as I recall, there was a Massa +5 in the Waterfall. He's going into C first. If he goes to C, he probably digs the tail. If he goes to Waterfall, he gets the Massa and has no reason to promote whatsoever.
Yep. Alright, Thavian Huck is now down to just his black belt, so this is good.
Perfect.
Yep, perfect.
Shuffles the thief back up. Heck yes. We are
Excellent.
set up.
A+. Alright.
Freiburger is going crack inside first.
That tells me he's likely thinking he's in go. He may decide to do the waterfall check because it's relatively quick compared to digging all of Mermaids plus the TFC chest. And just hoping to get something. Like the tail or the Massa.
So the tail hint, I believe, came from the Melmond hint giver. And I think that's one that Freiburger checked.
Oh, well, where did it say it was? Do you remember?
The hint was the tail is in Sea Shrine.
Oh, well, there you go.
And we know that the Massa is in Waterfall. Because somebody has dug that out, I believe.
Yep. There was a Massa +5 as well as a Dragon Sword +5, which is also an endgame capable weapon.
There's Odron getting the herb. The very necessary loose herb.
So Odron has now found both loose. And Shadow Mr. T is not far behind, hopefully not doing the...
Shadow Mr. T is making the checks like he's playing an Archipelago seed. It's fine.
Yes. Well, hopefully as soon as he gets that loose item, he stops.
Alright, the glare from the eye is just scary enough, but we're 34. The glare is scarier than the fire too.
Yes. Especially at this HP level.
Alright, there is the herb for Shadow Mr. T. All of our runners have found both loose. We're safe. So, a quick reminder about the glory of mechanics when it comes to the 3 and 256, the dreaded 3 and 256, is that those results for RNG are assigned to slots when it comes to single target, single hit abilities. So we haven't, means tested it to figure out where exactly it's safe yet, but If you find a 3 in 256, you know not to put the character there that you want to have live.
Many times you'll go in, the same character will just drop for the same instant death spell.
But there is always one safe spot for, again, single hit, single target.
This does not apply for epic zap battles between eyes.
Truth. The Zaps and the Krakens defy your logic when it comes to that.
Yep. Alright, Shadows also found the eye tile and has his TNT.
Hey, look at that, 999 hit points.
Yeah,
And
the plus
42.
20 vitality, yeah.
And 42. And they're all running. Good job, Black Belt.
So now Thavian Hawk has a freight train, and is going to just plow through the rest of this seed. And we'll see if he can catch up to Freiburger, who is running a somewhat loosely more conventional party here. With a Thief Carry and 2 Red Mages.
I like where Freiburger is going with this, but I do worry about hit point totals until we actually see over 400.
Yes, and the 400 marker is for the highest damage output of Nuke is 400 HP, so you want to have 401 hit points
Yep.
to survive.
Just
You want to
to
have
be
more
certain.
than that, but that's just the minimum.
Yeah.
Thavian Hawk pulls the opal bracelet out of the Guardian Sentive location, just checks the 2 chests around, and then gets out. Excellent. That's what you want to do when you're running Black Belt. You have to just spend time on a grind, so you want to open less boxes in order to be able to have the time to do that grind.
Yep. Now, the thing I'm worried about here, I don't know if the... Oh, okay. The other party members are not up yet. No, don't do it yet, Thavian. You
Go
need
res
your
here.
warp casters.
There we go. Alright, so Shadow, Mr. T has visited the dwarf and has gotten the Oxyhale.
There's a big mech.
We have Warmech, bottom left of the screen.
And believe me, I desperately want this Warmech to be killed on Freiburger's side because...
He's going for it.
Yep, that's going to get you the levels you need.
Warmech has Zap.
The best American gladiator strikes again.
However, we have life in battle on, so it looks like he is going to try to res the thief, and Lightning 2 kills the thief again. And Fire 3 kills the thief again.
Oh no! The darkest timeline.
We are in a bad time. So this is where... by
And
the way,
there's
this-
a nuke!
Oh no. What I was going to say is this is where that Saber spell comes in really handy. So if you pick up Saber on anybody, they can equip an in-game sword. So the Red Mages, as well as the Thief, if you spend the time to get the tail, you will be able to just quickly get your damage output up. Granted, they all have the power box, so it's not as important right now. But that's something for future races. That way you're not casting Temper, you can double the output of it by doing Saber instead.
Thavian Hawk having trouble deciding what weapon to equip on that red mage.
It's a good
His
problem to
hands
have.
His hands are too full of swords, Chad.
It's just opens up his backpack and swords are just falling out everywhere. All these +5 swords. And even a +3 Vorpal, which is actually a sword. It's the little one in the pile, but it's still a sword.
Yeah, I mean, it's feeling very toothpick right now. It's a very fancy toothpick, but man, it's a toothpick right now.
Yep. Thavian Huck is going to get the tail.
Davian Hawk doesn't know where the chime and the cube are.
And may not have gotten the hint.
He has the TNT that he needs for the turn into Narek. And he has the slab, but it's not yet translated. And that's the pair of them, if I remember right. Or no, the TNT was the Oxyale. Where was the cube?
Cube was in Lefane.
Cube was Lefane. Where was Chime then? Slab turn in for cube. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Incomplete notes. Oh, Canaria locked. The key from Earth is going to give us the chime. So,
yep.
That was another ribbon. If you wanted to equip that black belt and have the actual protection of a ribbon, you could do that.
Yep.
Because the other thing that the black belt had is equip shield. So, like, you could actually put stuff on the black belt. Yep, that is the reset of disgust from Thavian.
Yes.
Also known as the reset of regret.
Yeah.
Now, Odron is going to get the tail and probably be very happy because that means that those nice swords can get off of the red mage.
Nice-ish swords. But like I see, he does have the Vorpal +3, so that is an actual sword today. And I did not catch what the defense rolled. Was it +2?
I didn't see.
Well, you got +5 swords everywhere. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
But
right.
To answer the philosophical question of Masa +5 or Excal +5, Excal +5 until Chaos.
Yep.
Because the extra damage from the elemental attributes of the Excal will hurt everything except Chaos, so therefore the extra crit of the Masa will be more helpful.
Thavian opened up a box with a sun -2, and I'm just like, but why the box? Freibarger, meanwhile, took out Tia 1. Has gone to Tijuana.
Anyways, his Freibarger is the first with 3 orbs lit, though Thavian Hawk is coming up behind, is close behind.
That was the 4th orb for Freibarger.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never mind then. That is a clear lead at this point, and he should be preparing himself for the Topher dive.
Shadow Mr. T heading over in the direction of mermaids. Odron working through the Kraken. Oh, that's a very dead thief.
The slow does not land on the red mage, which is the important one in this situation. Did I just say that?
You did.
That is not a comment I've ever made on stream before. So there we go.
This has never happened before. That's the marathon saying. Why are we saying it here?
Yeah, I know. Well, this is Randomizer. That's in general, that's a common thing that can be said in Randomizer.
I think Shadow Mr. T didn't notice the mermaid jail flag.
Oh.
Because he checked TFC and he's like, there was nothing in here. It was just gold. What's this garbage? I think he warped out.
I'm
Um,
gonna have to talk to him after this.
Canipsy asking if Freiburger is underleveled for the final dungeon. Yeah, a little bit. We like to
But-
see over 400 hit points on all of the characters that he has.
But he's running into a bunch of worms here. He could take those out and get above that 400 mark pretty quickly.
Could.
Yeah, the
So-
scaling's doable with this party. With this HP thing, you just have to hope you don't get a high roll nuke.
Yeah. No, the real downside is he got neither the tail nor the masa. So he has nothing for that thief.
Ah,
That thief is
that thief is a
absolutely
bladed
just
meat shield. Just a bladed
Yeah.
meat shield.
And therefore, he needs to move that red mage from slot 2 to slot 4.
Yep.
Please just, treat the thief as expendable like he truly is. Oh, he did get Masa? Oh, okay. Change of outlook then. We can do this with a Masa on a thief.
Yep, in that case, this makeup is actually perfectly fine, because you do want the thief in the front for most of the fights, because of the extra evasion that the thief has.
Starting at plus 15 over the 80 base for agility was real nice too. That bonus is super helpful. Like, it's small, but it's big enough.
It makes a big difference, especially because you need to use less brews than you normally would. Or evasion stacks, as you will. Alright, we are at our first typical gatekeeper here of carry, 2. We've got...
That looked like a punch of some sort to Red Mage 1.
Yep, Fast and Temper went out. 10 hits, 1208 damage, and carry has been obliterated.
Good.
I have no idea who swung, but somebody swung for 1208. Yes, I agree. Odron has been doing a great job of catching up after that not terrible idea, but unfortunate idea of trying to dive ice early until he ran into the unrunnable Frost Dragon pack.
Yeah.
Alright, we are at Kraken 2. We got life casters. Let's see what happens. We have Fast and Temper that went out, and I think a swing is coming from the Thief.
Well,
Okay.
that's a dead Red Mage up front. Very scary.
Lit 2 coming out, that's nothing, that's basically a free turn. Thief has, I don't know what damage, but it killed Kraken 2. Should be able to life up that.
Alright. Shadow Mr. T lit the water orb. Just has to go take care of Tia 1.
We have Warmech on Odron's side, and he is opting to take it.
I wish you the best.
Yep,
Oh.
Warmech has taken out the Thief already. And the Thief was being fasted, oof.
Yeah.
Lit 3 isn't the best, I'd be doing Temper. But the
Yeah.
Fade is a good idea. Oh, we've got a Warmech defeated by Odron.
That's super good. Level 25 onto the Knight now.
Yep.
Which actually means that the Knight is going to have charges if you felt like picking up Heal 3 at level 1.
Yep. Freiberger is having some problems with Tiamat here. The Thief is down on his side, and the Red Mage number 2 is on his knee.
Yeah, this is bad times for dueling Warmechs.
And it looks like we did have a wipe, unfortunately. So this is going to give Odron a chance to catch up, because the levels from that Warmech are going to give him put him in a good position. And I think he had a full set of heal pots. Davian Huck's right, not far behind Odron. So Odron has snuck in here. Has a very good chance of sneaking this in. Shadow Mr. T is in Sky. Now. Is he going to open boxes or is he going to go without the tail? He's going without the tail. Good. That's his best chance.
Oh, the tail was in C. I don't know what ended up landing in Sky as a result.
Alright, so looks like Freiberger and Odron are 1.5 floors apart. Not 100% sure. Got a little bit of a slideshow on Fry's side. Alright, Thavian Huck has lit his 4th orb and is going to be on his way to Topher. Save. Always save after beating a fiend.
After feeding a bean. What?
Yes.
Mm. Mm.
We have a Lich 2 sighting.
More Big Macs.
Alright, Shadow, you gonna do it? Do it. We have Bruce, we have defense. He's doing it. We're gonna have fast, and we're gonna have fast.
I'm actually super scared about these ruse stacks. Oh, okay. The miss on the thief is huge.
Yep. Alright, Fabian Huck is on his way to enter, and Fry has wiped again. Oh.
Oof.
So at this point, Fry, you need levels. Another good 3 levels could pay huge dividends. Odron is at carry 2.
That was a quad X in the party direction. That was 10 hits for 1238. Good night, carry.
Yep. Shadow Mr. T's battle with Wormek continues, but 1403 damage from the fighter there has completely destroyed Wormek. We did not get back-to-back Wormeks, though. We have a seafood party pack on Odron's side.
Rolling up on that Kraken 2, which it punched out one of Freiberger's red mages the first time through, and otherwise was okay.
Yep,
So
we're going with speed and power strats. Fast as the first action from Kraken 2. That is potentially scary, depending on how often he punches.
I don't think it's super scary because it's not just punching.
Yep.
Because
yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If you just destroy Kraken before he has a turn to punch, you're good.
Classic Gamer and Budgemano talking about the Sky incentive, and I think Classic Gamer is probably correct. We have not actually seen the incentive ribbon. We've only seen the regular non-incentive ones.
Yeah,
we have seen both of those. Ooh, T-Bone on Shadow Mr. T's side.
More experience.
Carry 2 down for Thavian Hawk.
Lich 2 down for Fry. Tiamat battle here, and Odron has made it through Tia 2. We're going to have our first runner to Chaos here very shortly. Odron's wisely healing up before moving.
I have definitely been killed by packs of waters and things on the sea floor, and vampires on the sky floor, and oh yes, the wisdom is deep.
Alright, Odron's going down the right side, is coming up. Is he going to rearrange party? He's going to rearrange items. Put that Opal +5 shield on. Yes, that's a good idea. Is not going to rearrange the party. Okay. We have fast going out. We have a swing from the Black Mage. Okay.
You know, sometimes a black mage just wants first blood, alright?
Yep. More power to him. Swing, swing, temper, temper. On focus stacking all stacks on that fighter. Stab takes a punch, but is still at 399 HP. Is likely okay for a nuke. More tempers, more swings. Swing from the fighter, 653. This is good damage. 70 damage from the thief. Swing, swing, temper, temper. More buffs going out. Swing for 78 chip damage. More buffs. Swing from that. 893, and get your GGs out in chat for Odron, who's the first runner on stream to take down Chaos.
GG.
Thavion Huck is on Tiamat 2, and Frybarger is back on Kraken 2.
And I've yoinked Odron into our call here. So welcome, Odron, and GG.
Thanks. That was a rough start.
Sure was. So you took a very risky ice play.
Yeah, I did.
Thoughts on that?
Well, I've always seen in the past, whenever I skip early ice, it always bites me hard. So I've started diving ice even when I'm not fully prepared for it. Except unrunnables really made me not prepared for it.
Yeah, the unrunnable dragons were definitely a problem. However, you gave it a try or two, and then you were like, nope, I'm out. So you adjusted on the fly. And you were still able to come in to change all the plans in order to come in and be the first runner on stream to finish.
Second place overall. Peasants OMFG taking first with a 10102.
How many people went left instead of towards Ice Cave?
All three of the other runners did on stream. I think.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody else did. So,
I was afraid of that.
Yeah, especially with Marsh having the floater and.
Oh, well, okay. I was about to say we have Thavion Hawk on Chaos, but a fast and a punch, and the Chaos is down.
These things happen, you know. Black belts doing black belt things.
Yeah, just punch, as Lord Fizzlebeef would say, and it's gone.
And welcome to the booth, Thavion Hawk, and the lone black belter of this this group of four here.
Punch Cannon online.
Very online.
So Volcano with like 14 heal potions. Oof.
That wasted so much time. I got scared. I found the eye. I was like, oh, cool. I thought that was the Agmatile. No, that's the red D-Title, not the Agmatile. So I scared myself even more. I ran all the way out, ended up doing Earth, getting the key and all that, then coming back. And from there, it was just go, go, go. But if I had the potions, that would have been, saved so much time.
Yeah, I think... However, I actually kind of like the fact that you walked it out instead of just trying to beat carry, because that forced you to come back to that tile to go do it.
It was not worth the risk to try and do carry at that point.
I do not disagree. I
that
think that's
early encounter table. That early encounter table was just nasty.
Yes.
It was a great hero run, though, at the end.
Yes, as a reward for your suffering, you get a hero run after all the encounters.
As a reward for our suffering, we got floater within the first 20 minutes.
Which was a very good thing to help you get out of all those encounters.
I'm just glad I faded ice and ordeals. I made the right choices, because not getting the boat canal saved me some time. I didn't need to go to get the Massa, though. That I should have just dove ice in the sea in the first place.
Yeah, I think at that point you were in go mode, if I remember right, when you're going towards sea.
I was still looking for the cube and the chime. So
Okay,
I
then
ended
I
up getting
guess-
those out of Canaria locked and then Lefane because I thought it'd be easier to run to Lefane than try Ordeals. So an ice cave was just no, I don't want to touch ice because that's going to be the boat or the canal at that point.
Yeah. Okay, so it makes reasonable sense that you would do the waterfall there because waterfall is not a long dungeon to check, so you can just go in, check it out for 1 minute, and you're out.
Yeah.
So, quick call out to question from chat. Did Freibarger finish? So, Freibarger is marked as finished in the race room with a time of 1:10:06. We just didn't see the end of the chaos fight. So, I'm going to guess that OBS was closed just before the chaos fight finished out. That's usually how we get clips on that.
Yeah, we run with a bit of a delay to make it for various reasons. So yeah, if you go in stream after you finish your race, and there's two options. You can in stream discarding delay, and then you get this kind of thing.
Yeah, but if you just close OBS, like close the program entirely, it automatically discards. So
Yep.
Be aware of that. If you didn't know, then now you do.
We have Shatter Mr. T is now on the Chaos floor. And is going to be preparing here. What you going to do? You have an Aegis Shield. Which I don't think you have You do have a party member for it. Not bothering. That's okay.
Now the black belt could wear it. Oh, did he promote? He didn't get the tail. So
Oh, yep. All right, you're right. You're right. We have Ruse. We have Fast going out on the fighter. We have Defense going up there. We have Double Fast, so going with 2 melee strats. And then Temper's going to the Thief. Well, a Temper going to the Thief as one of the Red Mages goes down from Chaos. Power Bonk on the Fighter, and Temper on the Thief. This is a reasonable plan approach, that we do not have anywhere near enough damage going out from that Thief. What is that Thief swinging then?
probably
Okay, the
dragon.
The Fighter is dealing tons of damage. I would just focus everything on the Fighter right now. Alright, we have Lock, right up, Fade. Swing, swing, Fade. Swing 48 damage, there we go, that's a reasonable amount of damage. Fade for 129 to finish it off.
It's an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour 14 and 37. And here is a Shadow Mr. T. GG.
GG's. Ugh. You know it feels bad when you find both canal and ship and you don't need either?
Yep.
Especially in the 2 optional dungeons.
Yup. Never found tail.
So C random locked, but also mermaid prison. So all the mermaid floors rooms were locked.
Well, I knew that. For some reason, it just didn't go through my head. I guess the one practice scene I did this flag set, I just got lucky with it being in vanilla TFC.
Yeah. It ended up being in the normal incentive room.
Yep, it was just in the wrong chest.
Lol. That's great. Oh god, I don't think I've done a promotionalist chaos kill in a hot minute.
Well, this
I had
was
all
the
the
seed
tools.
for it.
Well, I had
This-
all the tools for it, like what, Mazza +5, Power Bonk, 2 fast casters with 2 red mages.
So
Excalibur
many
plus
good
5.
swords.
Double red mage for the win with that legendary weapons lursing.
That's literally the only reason why I took 2 red mages. I was both katanas in the same room and they're -3.
That was
Still-
hilariously sad.
I
It
did
was.
one of those and just kept running because I had the incentive items, so I didn't even
Oh,
bother
I
to get
got
the
both.
other.
They're both in my thief's inventory.
My thief was on the floor for most of the race, so
Oh no, this encounter table, I'm so glad I brought a thief, because until the run, it's just counter. Okay, oh, okay.
Thief can run very well, except when you run to unrunnables.
Yeah, those unrunnable
Yeah,
wolves.
I goes on. I'm not used to those. I'm not used to that.
Yeah, it's only 8%, so it's 2/3 the vanilla value. All right.
Yeah, it is low. Also, did anyone else kill Warmech on screen?
Yes.
We had Odron and you, I believe, were the ones that
Yeah.
killed Mormon.
I actually sat there debate. Do I want to risk wiping and going back all the way down to the bottom of the tower? Mess. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I need the levels if I'm not going to get floater. Or not floater, tail.
We did see one wipe from Freibarger on the Warmac, because the Warmac did have a nuke fairly deep into the script.
Oh.
Yep.
That's a bit nasty.
Oh, it was a disgusting fight in that it was like, the thief gets punched out. Life on the thief. The thief dies to an AoE as we're casting temper on it. Life on the thief. Now there's another AoE. Now there's a nuke. Okay, we're gone.
Yep. It was.
Oh yeah, life is enabled in battle.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, I'm used to the tournament flag sets where that's just no, not allowed.
It's on in some of them. It's
Is
not an uncommon one.
Yeah, it's very uncommon. I don't think it was on during winter.
It wasn't on during winter tournament, but you know what? I think it's a fun flag to have on.
I mean, whenever I'm doing, casual seeds or other stuff with Final Fantasy Randomizer, I usually just have it on just cause.
Okay, I do need to ask this question because I never actually noted what the fighter had for clean magic. Did the fighter have life or life 2?
You know, it's funny. Guess who else never checked that? I don't think I ever looked at that.
I forgot all about that being a possibility.
I apologize.
Okay. All right.
I'm checking right now. Life 2 and Lamp, best spell, and A-Mute. But no, again, we have Lamp and Life 2.
That's all you need.
Oh.
I like how I never checked that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I saw the fire have clean magic, and I'm like, alright, definitely taking the fire. Feet for running. Alright, 2 red mages. Doesn't even check them. Oh, that's great. That's great. I don't think any of us did. We kind of just saw it, I want to say, and just, like, no one just used it.
I mean, it's really easy to forget about it. Like, especially if you never go get the tail. You're like, oh, I guess I have 0 slots for levels 1 through 3, so whatever. And then you're like, wait a minute, what are these 2 level 8 slots?
I don't know if it's actually a bug with the randomizer, but I've noticed on my own time when I turn on, Knight and Ninja get charges in all levels, it doesn't seem to work anymore.
I don't know, I haven't run that in a long time.
I would see if you can reproduce it and then file it.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll see in my own time. Next time I run casual flags, do that. I'm not curious. Or maybe I'm just misremembering and I don't have it turned on. That's fine. That's for another time.
Yes. This scene.
Did anyone else find the eye?
Yeah.
Everybody had to find the.
Oh, you're
everybody
right,
had to
it's
find it.
incentivized. Did anyone else grind the eye?
No.
No, I took 2 of them and left.
I took 1 and warped back and killed Carrie.
So, for the benefit of Shadow and Odron, who probably had not a reason to see it, Fabian had taken a black belt and found the eye, but only had 14 heal pots,
Oh no.
and walked it out and came back later and then ground it. And that eye was sketch. It had glare and it had fire too.
Oh god.
Ooh.
I fought it when I came back. I fought it once, saw glare, and went, "Oh my god, thank you!" Immediately got out of that fight, put the ribbon on, and then continued grinding. I had the ribbon. I
Good
used
call.
it.
Yep. There's still that off-screen 256 chance that it will not protect you.
No one has ever run into that problem with the 356 against eyes. Never, ever, never lost a race from that. Never.
I sense your telepro experience now.
Maybe.
I wasted all that kind of luck last week.
It strikes everybody sometime or another.
Oh, it struck me that, I think in the practice scene, I think Chaos Bane, one of my characters, threw the ribbon. Like, really? Really?
Yep. We were talking about that based on the slots and where you are in the randomization table.
Oh,
It could
God.
cause.
Yeah, that's a mess of its own that I will never learn. It's too complicated.
Well, you learn it by if you wipe, you can go.
I learn it.
I should probably move that character in this fight.
Yes. It's either by someone getting killed for a ribbon or getting crit through max evasion, where I'll wait. All right, let's move it to a different slot.
Yep.
Ugh.
So I think we should probably head in the direction of final thoughts. So Odron, our victor on stream, final thoughts.
Early ice is painful, but I'll still keep doing it.
Early ice. Yeah, no.
It was abandoned. Don't worry.
Yes,
I
I can appreciate that.
good thing that ice was the ruse stick.
Can't believe you even tried that without warp early. That's like, I didn't get warp, I did not even try it.
All right, Thavian Hawk, our second on stream. Final thoughts.
This seed was grindy and annoying early, but it got fast. It was
It'll
enjoyable.
do that.
Sorry I didn't pop bubbles.
It's okay. I understood with the reset of regret. And
Makes sense. That was the right call to reset out of that.
I don't need it. I'm a black belt with level 40 plus.
Absolutely. Shadow Mr. T, our fourth place on stream. Final thoughts.
Good question. Final thoughts. Other than, why must I always go to the wrong places? It always seems like that. Never need to step foot in ordeals or ice skate. I always waited until I had X or warp charges.
Yeah.
Also, scraping out of marsh by the skin of my teeth.
There were a few times during this race where people were having to do things like that. I know there was one time that Thavian was at like 7 HP and 11 HP in the bottom of Volcano. And
That hero run at the end of the encounter table is the reason I survived.
it worked, and you were able to come back and with a strong finish there.
All right, Chadbert, my co-coms tonight. Final thoughts, sir.
Yes, an excellent first race for opening day of this Duck Derby. I thoroughly enjoyed all of the different party comps we saw, all the different strategies and the different routes that all seemed to converge pretty much around the same time. So, looking forward to see what else these runners do.
Rock on.
Yep.
So runners, if you watch this back and you hear us screaming about you, please know that comes from a place of love.
Oh, don't worry, I plan to rewatch it when my mother probably gets home.
I do want to shout out and thank our trackers, Goats Pirate and Captain Nerd 2, our restreamer, Lord Fizzlebeef. Always great to have the crew behind us, keeping us honest, keeping us moving forward. Thanks to Chad for coming in and doing the comms with me tonight. Always nice to have a partner in the booth. And Yeah, it's good to hang out with you, Chad.
I feel like
We haven't been able to do that as much lately. It's sad. But yeah, this is a great first race in the Derby. Looking forward to seeing how our Group B handles these flags in just 2 days. And that is going to be coming up as I scroll back to the
it's
schedule.
5 EST, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, 5 p.m. Eastern. And that is going to be on the Final Fantasy Randomizer Twitch channel. That is this Sunday, May 7th. So come right back for that. And look forward to seeing all you happy people in the chat, minus the people that are racing. I look forward to seeing you racing. And yeah, from all of us here with Final Fantasy Randomizer, come hang out in the Discord if you're not already there, and have a wonderful night.